All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Where Is This Going? The podcast highlighting and giving local artists a platform to showcase their artists to you, the listeners, because usually, probably otherwise, they wouldn't have a way to get it to you. So, this is your introduction to a bunch of beautiful artists, and I'm your host taking you through that journey. I am Hunter Miles. Thank you guys again for listening. We are back this week, kind of. All right. We had another thing with the video. What are you going to do? We got about 45 minutes of the video, which adds up to about 3/4 of the podcast. So we have most of it there. But when you're recording with iPhones, you can't completely guarantee everything. So we're recording with an iPhone right now. But hope you get all of this. But we have a great conversation, I want to say interview, but it was just a conversation really from the get-go with a beautiful human being, Jair Driesenga of Brother Adams, band out of Zeeland, Grand Rapids area. If you're from Holland or Zeeland, you're from Grand Rapids, deal with it. But a super fun time. We got a little litty, just had fun talking. It was super cool. Jair's a amazing, loving guy, super down to earth, a father of a multitude of kids. I don't remember the exact number, but he's a great dad, great artist, bass player, vocalist, writer, awesome guy, and awesome to talk to. And I hope you guys enjoy the conversation as much as I did. You can follow him on social media at Brother Adams. We'll put stuff down here or down here. Maybe you'll see it. But yeah, enjoy the show. And soon we will be doing this live broadcast. We will be, what's the word? Live feed, a live streaming. There we go. Live streaming. Thank you. We will be live streaming the podcast with a multitude. I love that word now. A cornucopia of angles, of camera angles. We are raising the production value for those of you watching, and thank you for giving us a reason to do so. We are having a lot of fun doing this, and we're just trying to stay more consistent and, get more episodes and artists out to you guys. So we thank you for listening. We thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this next episode. We'll be back hopefully next week. We're working on deciding between a weekly or bi-weekly scheduling, but more info to come soon. In the meantime, enjoy the episode. That I'm just doing what I can. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a beautiful artist in here today. Not only is he beautiful, but so is his art. Please, from Brother Adams and a host of a beautiful, I just keep saying beautiful, I don't know why, a host of a beautiful open mic in Zeeland at the Elbow Room when it comes back, maybe. We have Jair Driesenga in the studio today.
Thanks, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, put your hands together. I'm sure you are. We'll add clapping later. But
thank you for this beautiful opportunity.
Oh, of course. Thank you.
Yeah, I do miss the open mic. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I've heard possible, it might work out. We'll see. I don't know. I don't want to say any too many details about that because the details I know are blurry.
Right. Yeah.
So.
As with everything, most things are up in the air right now.
Isn't it tough when there's not? I think the hardest situations in life are always the ones where there's no light at the end of the tunnel. You don't know.
Yeah, nothing but question marks.
You don't know where you're headed. There's nothing to really prepare for.
Right.
It's just
the hardest battles are of confusion.
Yeah.
I think. But hey, what a beautiful time to be alive. Thanks for coming in, Jair.
Yeah, bro.
So I first want to get started with, let's say, how we know each other. Do you know how we actually met, or was it just live shows?
I think
or open mic?
Probably just my open. We both host open mics, and
Right.
so you try to get to know who else is doing it. I think, and
Especially in the Holland, Zeeland area, there's only
yeah,
a total of 3
yeah.
open mics, I think.
And of course, you do comedy, and so I was always seeking out friends of like my friends that were comics to like do my mic. So,
Right.
Because we had that mixed mic over there, and that was super cool.
Yeah, and that is an awesome opportunity too. They have the same thing at Park Theater, but that's
yeah.
barely any comedians know about mixed mics and stuff like that. And I think it's a great environment for entertainment in general.
Yeah,
that variety.
Yeah, there's mixed feelings about mixed mics too, for sure.
Oh yeah, by all involved.
Yeah, you really have to like sculpt the vibe as the host, I think, to achieve a good mixed mic.
Right.
It's really about tender love and care when you want to do that. Because the crowd just really has to be behind it, and it's so cool. I mean, my crowd knew like, all right, now there's spoken words, so now we don't applaud, now we snap.
Yeah.
So like we got them trained. It was great. And
it's all about conditioning the crowd.
Yeah, and in Zealand it's all about conditioning. So I'm doing my best to expand some minds around here.
Right. And if no one needs it, or if anyone needs it, Zealand needs it.
Bro. But
no one needs it more than Zealand. That's what I was trying to say.
And it's also just about giving a platform to those people who are like really open-minded and really progressive thinkers and innovative thinkers. And there are those people, but in Zealand it might be hard to, might feel, they might not, feel as
welcome. Maybe.
Maybe not as encouraged to just let the freak flag fly.
Right. So. I mean that's conservative Western Michigan philosophy, I guess.
But those cats over at that venue, when they brought me in, they kind of told me, kind of their thing was, we brought you in to bring in the hooligans.
I
was like, let's do it, baby.
Hell yeah, that was an open door to let that freak flag.
I didn't even know what they said to me. So I leaned into that,
Right.
I was leaning into that over there, and that's kind of been my whole thing is I love I love inclusiveness.
Right. Inclusivity? Is
inclusivity.
I don't know which one's
I know. I think I've Googled this.
It's like sensitiveness, sensitivity. I don't.
How often do you Google like especially in Facebook debates? I find myself like Googling words and like I'm thesaurusing things.
Before
is thesaurusing a verb.
Before I hit this, if the thesauruses, before I hit this dude with the facts, I need to know the right words to say.
Oh, dude, I want to sound proper as fuck when I come out with this.
I can't call him a dumbass while sounding ignorant.
No.
I can't.
Oh no. It's not smart. It's intelligent.
It's not smart. It's intelligent. I need other words. Yeah, I need to expand my vocabulary. Not only do I need to get the grammar right, I need to sound even better.
Yeah, you got to sound good. Eloquence goes a long way,
That's the word I was looking for. I got to sound eloquent.
If you push it too far, it can come off clearly
condescending or clearly researched.
Both of those.
Yeah.
Also, like pompous as fuck.
Yeah. Right.
So I mean, you gotta. I think there's this like expression that I'm gonna jumble, but who says this? Nelson Mandela said something like, "If you speak to a man in a language he understands, it goes to his head, and if you speak to a man in his language, it goes to his heart." And I think right now, like in social media and just in the world in general, like just the way the social climate is, like I think it's important to think about things that way. Like sometimes we need to think about, especially on social media, like let's convince the people who need to be convinced. But
in a way that they'll understand, not in a way that we've been attacking and things like that.
Or that's going to stroke your own egos. I feel like sometimes people write up a thing on Facebook just to like prove something to themselves, like not to really make the point or really affect change in any way.
And it's not even quite virtue signaling because they don't even really care. I don't think sometimes if they get any praise for it, they're just like, I said this and that's all I needed. I just got it out, man.
And then they go have a cigarette.
It's just like sex. Like, oof.
I keep going.
I needed that one.
I cannot stop talking about social media. I got to stop it right now.
I've been especially since all the shit in Wisconsin, not Sheboygan, but the other place. I like those 2 days or 2 or 3 days. I had never seen more vicious stuff on social media in general, Twitter, Facebook.
Oh, bro.
The only safe haven was Instagram and Snapchat, but I've never debated more of deleting like both of those apps, which I very much might, but the only thing is promoting stuff like this
Yeah, dude.
podcast and
I know.
shows
It's hard,
and stuff.
right?
So I'm like, is there a way I can, and I don't have the self-control to just like
Yeah.
only go on them to post things.
Oh, for sure. No, same.
Oh.
Yeah, I find myself being pretty preachy on the old social medias.
I think that's how we all feel. And I mean, not to
Yeah.
say that, not to discount what you are doing on social media, whatever impact you are making, but I think everyone right now, maybe it's because of the access to the platform, but I think everyone, when they reply to a comment, is thinking, I'm really got to show him. All right, I guess I'm taking him to school. I guess no
Yeah,
one else
oh,
has
yeah.
taught him this his whole life. I guess
Get on the
I'm going to
bus,
be the
bitch.
teacher. Yep, hop on. But I think that's some people's mentality when they get
Yeah.
into an
I'm
argument.
a
Like,
little bit that way.
I know I
think
am.
we all are.
I know I
We
am.
all-
That's what I'm saying. I
you
think
have
we
to
all
resist
are.
that.
Yeah, and that's the
do.
biggest thing. Maybe it's a pride thing.
Dude, you really, and you know what? Like, I was talking to people about this recently, and like a lot of people, when they say like we're deleting people off social media, unfollowing people, it's like, they talk about, they're deleting them because they're idiots or whatever, or they're
Right.
like they lack respect or whatever, and it's like, but that's like based in probably some pain that they have too. So like,
Right.
like at what point do we decide not to come at that with like empathy? Because definitely that should be our approach.
Yeah, and I think with some people, I know I've exercised this, like trying to show them my point of view.
Oh sure. Yeah.
At many roads or at many points, like them just road blocking it or something like that, and then you're like,
Yeah.
okay, so there's no getting through to this person, or
There's that.
everything seems
Uh-huh.
to just fall on deaf ears, and you're like, now it's only bringing me hassle. Like when you look back at it too, you're like,
Yeah.
wow, so that was just a bunch of wasted energy.
That's true. I think maybe at that point, maybe an unfollow is a good method if you feel like,
Right.
Because not to get not to be like kind of religious or anything, but like go the Jesus route and just set an example. Maybe
Exactly.
you can unfollow them so you don't have to see their bullshit, but maybe like they can see your shit. And if you're like a cool like level-minded person who comes at these topics, like with compassion and with like I said, like level-headedness,
Right.
then maybe eventually you'll like shine some light on these folks.
I mean, that should be our goal.
Right.
But the problem, I think, is where some people perceive level-headedness.
Oh, right. I know.
Yeah, and it's always, and that's definitely comes with self awareness.
Oh man, I know. Sometimes, yeah, and also, yeah, I think that sometimes it's tough to decipher if somebody's lacking self-awareness or if they're just pompous as fuck.
Right. Yeah. It's
That's
that whole
tough,
confidence
right?
versus cockiness. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or just again, lack of awareness. Like,
Yeah.
You just don't realize.
There's a line.
Back to open mics, sometimes there would be people that would come in, and I would wonder, like, some people would go up, and it's like, are you like, you see all these other people, like, obviously, like, put effort, like, and I'm not like, I'm not trying to be like a snob, because I'm like the host, and I try to be like, again, inclusive and encouraging, but
No, I know.
sometimes people go up there, and it's like, dude, do you even respect the room in any way? Like,
Yeah. No matter what art form you're doing, whether it be music or comedy, but believe me, we see it a lot in comedy.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I believe it. And I like to err on the side of hopefully it's a lack of awareness. They're not just like kind of exploiting like my kind nature to like let them do their shit.
Yeah,
even though
like
maybe
in their head, I don't think it's with malice toward you.
most often probably not, right?
But
sometimes you're kind of like feeling like, is it?
Okay, I don't think it's
It never is. I don't think.
well, in a way, because to do that, to be like, I got this.
Yeah.
That is lack of self-awareness at some point.
Yeah.
But also, it is not respecting like what you're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, an open mic isn't a showcase. I mean, you gotta have room to like experiment, and
Right.
try things,
To try new things.
It's
Like
not-
it's the gym, basically. Yeah.
But at the same time, I think there's some people maybe lack some awareness, or maybe I'm sure maybe there is a small percentage of people that maybe lack a little respect for the room sometimes.
Right.
But I
But
think
then
most
just
often
don't
that's
do
not the
those
case.
rooms. I know. Hey, I run Parrots. I know that place barely warrants any respect. So I understand.
Well, I mean,
see, no, there's no defending that.
well, dude, your mic. No, but your mic, I think, warrants some respect.
Yeah, I think
right?
the show does. I
yeah.
mean, the building. Just judging by the infrastructure, you would think not, and I understand that. I believe the building does warrant respect. I love the facility, as if it was like a large arena. No, I love. It's also come to my parents' show. It's basically
Love
it's
the
not
word
even a
venue.
club act.
I like to use the word
it's a
venue.
theater. Yeah, it's a theater. Yeah, but I understand not respecting a mic because there's some shows that I don't respect, whether it be the host or
Yeah.
the
Oh, for
usual crowd or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some place. Yeah. I mean, I get a lot of credit too. Sometimes, a lot. Sometimes is that?
No, yeah, no.
That'll work. Anyway, sometimes people give me credit for my room being, like the crowd. Like I was saying, the crowd being kind of like as trained as they are. I don't know, trained is probably not the right word, but just as respectful of what we do there as they are. But I think it's really sometimes it's not really the host's fault or to the host's credit that the vibe of the room is the way it is. Like
No,
sometimes
definitely.
it's just not manageable. Like sometimes the stars just don't align. And like with my mic, I think a lot of it was just the stars fucking aligned. I ended up with a cool group of people. I ended up with a management team there that really supported what I was doing. And it just worked out.
I was gonna say when you, especially in a place like the Elbow Room, in a back room like that, it seems like if you're there for the show. And
that's
I think
what's great about it.
And that's always the best crowd is, especially in comedy,
fuck
is a crowd that's there for the show. And I know that in a lot of open mics, it's kind of comedy bombarding your dinner or comedy bombarding your night out with.
They're already
drinks
looking
with
at the
friends.
corner. You don't have to convince them to turn their heads.
Exactly.
They're already
like,
looking that
guys,
way.
Yeah. Except like you'll go to, I don't want to name names, but some open mics that you're just no, I'm not burning bridges. Some shows may come back, but there's just like where you have to yell to the back of the bar because no one else is paying attention, or that's where everyone is.
Oh, sure. And I mean, there's those moments even at the best mics too, right?
Yeah.
Like that's not. Yeah. That's I have that, of course, and as much as I'm bragging about my vibe, the vibe of my mic.
great crowd.
There's those moments.
My well-tamed audience.
My well-tamed. They know who's the boss. That's what I'm trying to say.
They act right. Well, I mean, you also have unforeseen, ventures like a wedding party coming in. I've had a bridal shower. And I've had a different group of I don't know if they were aspiring Karens, but
aspiring Karens.
But which we walked that group pretty quickly, not on purpose. We were just joking around with them, but they were super obnoxious. But anyways, many things can disrupt a show or make the crowd then shitty, kind of destroy the vibe. And like you said, to the host credit or discredit, a lot of it's could be out of their hands.
Yeah, I mean those, man. Like, when you get like the group of people who, because we'll get that because we just like I said, we get this crowd that just fits the vibe. But sometimes somebody walks in that just doesn't fit the vibe of the room and disrupts everything. It's like oil and water and everything just fucks up. And we've had that. I mean, have you ever had to like eject a dude, like really eject a dude, or a gal, or a they?
Whatever they identify as. Have you had to eject them? I have had to kick someone off the stage outside.
Like the set was like...
No, like someone was talking and he walked... Someone was doing a set. I think it was Cohen. Was doing...
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah, was doing a set outside and he was smoking a cigarette because it's outside. And this dude just shows up to the show. I'm not going to put on blast because I know his name, but that's from high school.
Ooh, I love it.
But he just walks up to Aaron, who's holding a microphone next to two speakers,
Goes all Big J.
It's a show. Yeah. No, it wasn't that aggressive.
No. Okay.
Thankfully. I thought it was going to be. Right. That's why I was confused. Well, I thought, if anything, Aaron's a wiry Jew. He'll swing, but
He does have a lot of tattoos. So
yeah, exactly. You don't know. He's
you
punk.
don't know. He's punk.
He's got that mullet.
Oh,
But
that's
no, he
good. I
just
love
walks
the
up to him
mullet.
and goes, "Hey, do you have a cigarette? Or you got a lighter?" Because Aaron had is smoking a cigarette on like while doing his set, but this guy is like, "Hey man, you got a lighter?"
Mid set.
Yeah, no,
Dude,
walks
Aaron's
up
on the mic doing the shit.
and during
fuck.
COVID, walks up like this close to him, like, "Hey, you got a lighter?" I'm like, "What the?"
Oh my
Jeez.
god.
So yeah, no, I had to take him off the stage, and I didn't kick him out because some regulars thought they were gonna kill him, but
Dude,
because they were pretty angry because they're like Parrots regulars. They're not just like show regulars.
And they were like, "Fuck this guy for disrespecting this
Yeah,
whole thing."
all of this.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And,
I've
which
been there,
I was
bro.
like, man, I love that.
Yeah.
Because these are middle-aged men,
shit, yeah.
like business execuatives and
cool.
stuff
Wow.
like that.
Wow.
Or not business
yeah,
executives,
okay.
but business owners,
Nice.
small business owners and stuff. And they're like, get over here. They one of them took him by the arm, took him behind the bar. I don't know what they did, but I guess I have a pretty good crowd too.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I guess if
Basically.
anything. No, I have. Have you ever had to kick anybody out of your show?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go into too many specifics about what venue or what year or anything, because some of these incidents, like, there was this guy who was just, it was exactly what I was saying. Like, he was just such a stark contrast to anything.
To
that
the
was
whole
happening.
vibe of the room. Yeah.
And so immediately you could just feel like just people like heating up like in this guy's direction, like
Right.
fucking just like starting to give him the fucking eye, you know. Everyone's
the
starting to
over the shoulder. Like,
yeah, everyone's starting to mean mug this dude
Yeah.
because like he's just starting to like disrupt. He's like kind of being like, you know, trying to do the talk to the performer kind of bullshit.
right. Heckly kind of.
Yeah, kind of heckly, just kind of like he like started playing one of my harmonicas without asking, kind of thing.
Okay.
Pre-COVID, but
Okay. Yeah, but
still, you're playing a dude's harmonica. Like I don't know this
but
dude.
post COVID, we can look back and reflect on how gross that is.
Yeah. Oh, dude. yeah.
Even grosser now.
Dude, will we ever do things like that again? Will it ever get back? How close will we get back to that?
Oh,
you know?
I've talked about that with many people, and the
world's changed
the
forever.
astounding consensus is we will never be the same.
But anyway.
But anyway, this asshole.
So yeah, this dude. What ended up happening is that he did this thing. You could tell the night was going to be about him. He came to the venue with that in
He
mind.
was like, I am the performer.
He didn't know. He probably didn't know. I don't think he knew anything about our show really, but he knew he was going to an open mic or something like that. He knew he was going,
Right.
in whatever he knew he was going to. He knew he was going to be the center of attention, right? So the whole night he's making that happen, and he's doing weird shit. Yeah, like I said, with the harmonica. And then he goes and lays down. I think was doing a comedy set is what it was. He goes and lays down right in front of the dude. Like we don't have a stage, you know, it's just
Right.
a corner of
Yeah,
the venue.
same.
But the dude goes and lays down right in front of him and just kind of like starts trying to like conversate with him and like
Is he
kind of
like
heckle
Is
again.
he laying down like this?
Oh, dude, exactly like that,
Yes,
dude.
that's exactly what I was picturing. I needed to see it.
And dude, and he was straight out of
It's
Hot
just-
Topic from 2003, dude. Like this is, I mean,
Faux hawk or what?
In case you couldn't already imagine that in your head, but like
He was a douche. Yeah.
yeah, like definitely hair product and cheap hair product.
Spiked or faux hawk? I gotta know.
No, I think it was like some kind of like weird long hair shaved on the sides, but like long on the top coming down.
Okay.
Maybe like I think there's maybe some braids or something. I feel like this guy is the kind of guy who might like put a pacifier in his mouth, you know, walking
And
around
his butt?
or something.
That's what I when you
And his butt.
when you pulled the
Maybe
pacifier.
the same one.
Which one's first
My
though?
kinda
That's the
guy.
question.
Like, if I would have known that, we would have got along.
If he
we
just would have been
would've
more
hit
open.
it off.
Yeah.
No, so what happened was then he fucking just totally segue. He starts he grabbed the mic from a performer mid.
Beautiful. Always a good move.
Even more like over the top than what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He literally grabs the mic from the dude while he's performing a song. I can't remember if it was a song or a comedy at this point. I wish I could remember who it was. But yeah, he grabs the mic and just starts like going on like some angry tirade, some just rant. That's a diatribe.
Oh yeah, no, this was probably then a comedian that somehow
said something to ruffle his
touched
feathers,
a
right?
button.
Touched a nerve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it probably was something like. I'm pretty sure.
He's
now
like,
you
all right,
say
nope,
it.
now it's my turn.
Yeah, and so yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he thought. He thought it was his turn the whole night. And yeah, that was the other thing too. We had a full list, and he kept saying he was going to get on. And okay, this is what happened too. Speaking of which, that leads me to this point where he's outside. I found out after the fact that he was outside, and he goes to everybody outside, "Hey, it's my turn. I'm next on the list." He was not on the list, but apparently he told everybody. Runs in there, grabs the mic. That's right before he grabs the mic, right?
Okay,
what
so it was nothing.
This
the
is
comedian
totally
said.
premeditated. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just he was just like, "Hey, no,
What
you
the
guys are
fuck?
about to see some shit. My
about to see
performance
some
is
shit."
starting right now."
Oh, and his performance was starting.
Yeah.
Now. Little did I know. There was a lot of people's performances because it turned into a fucking crazy. Like, okay, so
crazy brawl.
So he goes to do that, and then one of the dudes affiliated with running the venue. I'm trying to be very non-specific again.
Yeah.
He goes to like kind of like escort him, kind of pretty chill too, just kind of like, "Hey, dude, like no fucking way."
Right.
And after with the grabbing the mic shit, and so he pushes the dude off him, and I'm close friends with this dude. He pushes off him, knocks him down, and the dude falls right in front of me, like. Because I'm off to the side, like by, Justin Sound, whatever, and my buddy like falls right by my feet, and I'm like, ah! And I just like freak out, like, "No, you did not!" And I'm like, normally not like, I'm like a dad, like I'm chilled the fuck out these days.
I'm
and
nowhere near a fighter.
I've always been a pretty passive dude, but like that, just like something snapped, and I don't really like where I went, but like it was all right. Like I just lost track of what was happening. I snapped. And I remember I straight up like Van Damme like chokehold style. It's like so I grabbed the dude like I grabbed him like this. And dude's way bigger than me too. And I just like grabbed him like this, and then all of a sudden, all my like you were saying, the loyal regulars,
right?
Like,
they're like, "Oh, I got this one now."
He's like, "Jairus is in trouble," and they just stormed the dude.
Our
too.
leader needs help.
And my wife's like, my wife is tiny, and she's just and she's always like this, and she's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Doing that whole fucking.
Well,
thing.
yeah, the tiniest women are always the loudest.
Yeah,
yes.
totally. So we just like mob this dude. Like we're not beating the shop, we're just we just mobbing him.
We just mob mentality'd him.
Yeah. So anyway, we just killed him. That's what I'm trying to say.
And so that's why I was trying to be
dead.
so unspecific.
He's dead. Yeah, he's a pulp. We bloody pulp.
Yeah.
No, we.
So don't fuck with my show.
What I'm trying to say is don't fuck with my show. Feel the zeal, bitch.
There will be hell to pay.
Feel the zeal, bitch.
Zeal, bitch. You need to heal your zeal, bud.
So that's true. No, so we got the dude the fuck out of there, but he was just being a pompous ass. Like after that too, and apparently like he had a bill, he didn't pay all this shit. And of course he came with like a regular who's like always coming to the show.
He never
drunk
does
as fuck.
this. I've never.
Oh, and that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100% that was the aftermath. Yeah,
He's
that's I had no idea. Like
he's never behaved
he's
like
super
this.
calm and nice, and
But
like,
no, people who get drunk, people who do that shit in public, it is not their first time doing it ever. You know that.
Yeah, you're not seeing like the fucking catalytic moment of like,
Right.
I'm spawning into this new fucking douchebag.
This was my turning point. I've never drank and banned an asshole before this.
Always super cool and into women's rights.
Usually when I get drunk, I march. I don't. I had a pink pussy hat the last time I blacked out, but now
My drink's neat. I drink all of them neat.
just so
My
I
apartment's very tidy.
just so I preserve the ice and water for the kids in Africa.
Yeah. Hey,
Because this
cheers.
man's a humanitarian.
Shabbat.
Cheers. Thank you. You got a blueberry twisted? I didn't know they. Shalom. I
invented it right before I came. Actually. I didn't want to get into that side of what I do. I keep that kind
right.
of hush. Huh?
Speaking of what you do, let's probably
That's-
address that or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Your medium of art.
La musica.
Okay.
That's what we call it.
I just went
in
through
my
puberty.
home country.
Okay. What? So what do you do? All right. So you are a musician, correct? Besides a showrunner.
Yeah. Yes. I do music. I'm a bass player, and my band is Brother Adams.
You seem to hesitate on that last S, like you didn't know if it was there.
I just want to. I mean, like this. I'm like telling you, but I'm obviously saying this for their credit.
Right.
But,
No, that's right. That will get it back in their head.
But it's
one more
interesting,
time.
right? Brother Adams. Not Adams like.
Adam's Family.
Well, yeah, actually, it is like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
not like molecules Adams.
Okay. Yeah.
that
No,
thing.
not a T. Adams. Adams,
No.
like the Adams Family,
Like the Adams
but
family.
only one D.
Yeah,
right?
but it's the Driesenga brothers that Brother Adams band. We're not called the Brother Adams band, although that's like the thing. Like we get
Naked
called the
Brothers
Brother
band.
Adams band, like the Adams brothers.
Yeah, but
The Brothers Adam. The Brothers Adam. That's an interesting one.
That one. Oh, I almost did say Brothers
Brothers
Adam,
Yeah, yeah,
but it is Brother Adams, and I'm glad I got it right on top.
yeah.
But why the name Brother Adams
Yeah.
when neither of your
Driesenga
names
brothers.
are Adam?
Okay, well, the band started with this dude called Shane Adams,
Okay.
and like in the UK, they say he was called Shane
was
Adams.
called-
We
yeah.
called him Shane Adams.
Yeah, he was called.
Not
It's
names.
never their name.
yeah, yeah.
This is just
We
what
called
people
him.
called him. Yeah.
Called him Shane.
He went by. Yeah.
But I can't do accents. I don't know how I
Me
was doing
neither.
that.
I love the immediate attempt though.
Just right into it,
You
bro.
went you went in confidently
Thank you, bro.
You gotta appreciate it.
Well, I'm a bit of a vaudevillian.
because I will not even attempt.
But yeah, we started the band with this dude Shane Adams, and we were brothers. And so it was just our clever way of combining his last name with the fact that we were brothers, instead of just going like combining the names or something. Which
Which
I don't know why I always band names. I always kind of do like some kind of name related thing because doesn't labeling shit suck? Like labeling a show, labeling an album, labeling a song, whatever.
right. No,
It's fucking
for me,
frustrating.
it's just labeling a joke. Like
Yeah. Oh, sure.
but that's just for memory. But
At least it's only for memory, right? Like
Yeah.
but like for marketing,
exactly
You think
for
about
putting it out,
I mean,
presenting it.
depending on what marketing, how much of a priority that is too, I guess. But
I've had to. I named a band in middle school.
naming a band, yeah. See, it
Exactly.
sucks. That's what
I
I'm
named a
saying.
band in middle school, and it seems like a pretty cheap reach, but it was called Legion Park,
Okay. Legion
similar
Park.
to Lincoln Park, but it was just it was a street that our bass player's grandma lived on. So,
Oh, the street. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of
So
people
street
doing the street
names.
names. That's a
But-
good go-to.
but even
Mhm.
like just saying it's a street name, you're like, yeah, but it's also Lincoln Park. What are you doing? Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah.
back to your point.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I wish I'd come up with something more creative, but it feels like. I guess my thing is I always want to be like ambiguous with the band name because I like. I don't want people to immediately maybe have a preconceived notion just from the name. Like I
Right.
try to avoid that. So like some names might come off as like clearly this genre, like
yeah,
like
I know what you mean.
like a lot of stoner rock bands or like Orange Goblin or whatever, like
yeah,
Green fucking
green crack. They're just named after strains.
They're just strands. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, it is what it is.
So,
it is what it is.
It is.
The
Let it be.
statement.
Let it be.
Let it be. In the end,
Other
the love you
platitudes.
make is equal
To the love you get, take. I need
I
you.
have a dream.
So, when you got the name, obviously, because that's what we're talking about. When did you guys start the band?
Yeah. So we got the name. No one really gives a fuck about the name. I always go like so into the name. No one gives
Yeah.
a fucking
Well, I mean,
fuck about that.
I did ask you about it, but then you super
I
expanded.
really lean
way
into
too
it.
much,
I
but-
will. But no, so the fucking so we started the band in like 2013 or something like that, or something like that. Like I don't know.
Around.
I don't know. Like it is what I don't know.
Ugh.
But no, 2013 or so, and right then at that point it was like a kind of more of a string band. At least that was the thought, is that it was going to be more of a string band, like kind of more of a folky thing, like a country folk kind of thing. So not full on drum kit, not full on amplified electric thing,
Right.
more acoustic, whatever. And
That's you and your brother Bryce, and
then it was the dude Shane. Yeah,
Shane,
me,
yeah.
me and my brother Bryce. That's right. And then Shane. And then what happened is immediately it started getting more and more rock hued over time.
right.
And like I should have known that was inevitable. So like we were doing like these.
Playing live too. You kind of. I think it's more the the energy that you're trying
yeah,
to. Yeah.
totally. And for me, yeah, like, because I'm a sucker for that. Like, I probably like making the music as much as I like performing and doing the shows. So that's like
Right.
what's weird about this moment in time.
Yeah, no
Is
live
that-
shows at all.
Yeah, we can create music, which is what we're about to come back into this specific studio actually
yeah.
to do, and we're gonna record a couple new singles.
Shout out to the Stooge.
Shout out to the Stooge, Jake.
Whoop.
But so what's he doing in there?
Probably playing on his phone if I know him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dumb.
Right on. So we released a record that was like that, you know, like a really rock huge string band thing, and that was called Almost Alive at Front Street. So almost alive, kind of meaning that we did it almost. It was almost a live record. Like
Right.
we recorded like live in the studio takes, like kind of like only like you know, first or second, third kind of take, like not putting
Right.
too much thought into being perfectionists about
Yeah,
it.
and, like-
then we added some layers after, so that's why it's not technically like maybe a
Okay,
live record
yeah.
per se. It's more like Kiss Alive, you know, in that regard. You know, kind of a Cheaters live record.
Right.
So we added some shit, some really weird shit, and that's like that was the birth of things getting weird.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and us going down like this really eclectic path. That record, I mean, that's like our. I mean, you can just tell it's like this anxious, like kind of angsty, just like raring to go record. You can tell it's a band's first record.
Just ready to get out there.
Yeah.
Like, we need to put it out.
Yep. Oh yeah. And so things
And you
get.
said, "Fuck it, we'll do it almost live."
Yeah, that's right. We'll do it almost live. And then we put out a record called Blood, a couple like in like 2015,
Mhm.
and that was a little more polished. That one maybe got us a little bit more recognition in the scene.
Right.
It was again, there was not full drums on it, but we brought in some friends, had like some trumpets, and it had like did have like some guest percussion on there and stuff like
Right.
that. So it got a little bit bigger. The production got a little bit more like epic and like a little more like conceptual,
Mhm.
which has kind of always been the thing. It's always gotten like more and more conceptual. Like we're
We're
always trying to
kinda
be brainiacs
building
about it.
on- Yeah.
But we're like maybe in a way that's like only interesting to us. Like
Right. Well, I mean, that's what art is. It's
pretty indulgent.
a lot
shit.
of it's. Oh, well, you're saying it's pretty intelligent, but you're just saying it's only catering to us, only that we understand, and that's only because we are super
I
intelligent.
mean, you guys can try to get it. Whatever.
You
You
can
guys
think you got it, but only we get it
That's- I
because
mean,
we
that's-
are intelligent.
That's what I'm getting at. No, and so no, that one's pretty cool. And then the latest record that we did was called Chatter. We did that here in the studio in the Stooge
What was the name?
with Jake. Chatter.
Chatter. I thought you just said Chad.
Chatter is our latest record, and it's definitely like a concept record. It's basically tells the story of Brother Adams, like from start to
What you just did?
from the beginning till now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just.
It kind of it does, except for it gets a little
It's
more
what you
nu-
just did.
It is exactly what I just did, but it gets a little more nuanced. You know,
Okay.
it does follow. It is chronological, follows the timeline, but yeah, it kind of like what we try to do is kind of like musically kind of portray the emotions and like the
Right.
emotional roller coaster that being in this band has been. Like kind of like there's a lot of like fuck you, we don't need you to old
Right.
band members kind of shit on there. Not saying that that's how we feel really in the end, but it's like how you feel in maybe some moments. So
Right.
there's a lot of that illustrated on the record.
Hell
you
yeah.
know, a lot of that. So a lot of like. And maybe more
Just
less
the raw
less of,
emotion of
yeah, less of a
yeah.
fuck you way, more of a perseverance way maybe though. So
Right.
it's not necessarily angsty, more like motivated and like
Right.
self-assured.
I think if anything, honest.
Yeah,
well-
it was definitely our most honest record. That's the thing too. Like our first two records like were a little bit more like broad as far as themes, you know. They weren't
Right.
they were large sweeping themes, you know. As opposed to these ones have some very specific lyrics about things that like if you know us like quite well in any way and you kind of know the
Right.
timeline of the band, you might know exactly what we're talking about. As
Right.
opposed to before it was maybe a little more metaphorical
Right.
in the older records. So
I
yeah,
do love that concept of it's almost like of where you would watch like the rise and fall of not to saying that you anyways like
No, it's like our behind the music.
yeah, behind the that's a
that
better
you're
one.
going?
Yeah, but it's like a behind the music,
Yeah.
but rather it's a band doing it on like in their journey, not at the end.
Yeah, it was definitely an artistic
autobiography.
representation of what our perspective of what the behind the music would be for sure.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I love that concept.
yeah, it turned out really cool. Fortunately, Jake was like really down to let us be indulgent, which like I say, we always are, and so we really did a lot of ear candy on that record, which has kind of been the trend. There's been more and more of that as we've gone along. I'm super into artists like I don't know, Queen or something. Queen's super big on just like interesting production choices and like just that ear candy, just like those things that you may only hear once at this point in the
things
song,
that you just pick up
and
that kind of fade,
or you might not pick it up until
in.
the third or fourth time you hear it,
Right.
that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of that, a lot of experimenting with layers in the production stage.
So not only
post-recording
nuance in the lyrics and whatnot, but also nuanced sound, kind of when you.
Yeah, it's we've tried a lot of things. We really want to be. That's kind of like been our mission, to be more and more eclectic too. Like try more sounds, try more themes. So this record is definitely our most eclectic vibe wise overall. So there's like songs that are poppier, there's songs that are more aggressive. There's like some straight up brutal vocal parts where we got my buddy Dustin Perot to come in and like do some of that. And we got like some female backing vocals from a couple friends of ours, Michaela and JC, just to add like this extra element that maybe we didn't have on the other records, and just to mix it up again, do some new shit. I love speaking of ear candy dudes like Jack White, do a great job of shit like that. They're great. He's like a vibe artist, he'll like create these songs that are almost like less songs and more of a vibe,
right?
Like some kind of musical vibe as opposed to like a perfectly tight nutshell of a song.
And that almost reminds me of like a Childish Gambino, in a different genre, where Awaken My Love, or what, I think that's the name of the album, I can't remember, but that's what that whole album was like to me. It was more of a vibe instead. Kid Cudi does the same thing a lot too, but that's mostly because he's moaning.
That's
it's not much of a song.
Not to speak over you, I just saw that. It makes me think. Because I was just talking about that kind of thing with my band, because I was saying I was just down in Rosa Parks Circle with my family, and we were checking out some live tunes, and there was this band called the Mel V Collective. They're like this cool psychedelic, funky, just like the perfect like backyard barbecue party band, like
to just be in the background, kind of.
Well, I mean. They totally can be, but yeah, I mean they're definitely gonna flavor that vibe.
Right.
That's a strong spice to add to the soup.
That's how you know it's a good backyard barbecue.
Yeah, right, dude. Like, and they just are all about vibe.
Wait, do you bring soup to a barbecue? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you.
Don't. My metaphors are just colliding.
I was like, I don't know. I don't go to many white barbecues, but it sounds
fucking,
on
we
par.
put raisins in the potato salad. No, we don't.
No, you don't. But
I hear it's done.
I still hear the rumors.
But yeah, man, the band's going good right now, and like we're just kind of. I mean, it's going good. Like, we're in a good space right now, but like we haven't been playing shows, and so we're trying to get back into the groove right now. And that's the thing. Like fucking without playing shows, there's just like this disconnect. Like I feel like when you're playing regularly, which I feel like there's probably, I'm sure there's parallels here with comedy, where you can like write all this material, but until you really get that back and
you
forth
don't know that feedback.
You got to bounce it off the crowd and like to really get perspective on it.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
So that's kind of where we're struggling with getting ready for the studios. We have these songs that we've not played much for an audience.
Right.
They were written like just before things got weird. And weird, to be gentle.
Yeah.
And
that's a nice way of putting it. Yeah. Just before things got kind of
approach that with grace.
Kind of odd for a minute.
Well, things got a little strange. Yeah. Remember when things got weird in 2020?
Yeah, the oddity.
The oddity of 2020.
We won't call it a pandemic. It was an oddity.
It was. We got entangled.
Yeah, it was an entanglement. It wasn't a pandemic. It was more like
It was more of an entanglement.
An entanglement. An economic
entanglement. You mean a relationship?
Say, hold up now. But no, I definitely agree with that parallel. I I just didn't know. I always had this question, and you just kind of answered it a bit for me, and I always assumed the answer, but I always wondered if because I know how comedians record albums or specials and things like that, and that's from touring. Well, like first working on that material, getting that hour, touring that hour, and then filming the special near the end of the tour or whatever,
right?
And then putting the special out and retiring that material. But musicians, on the other hand, they have to, like, I didn't know so much that they worked on their songs, like performing them live before putting out albums, because it's like, big bands or whatever that already have a big following, like people want to hear what they know at a live performance. You know what I mean? Sorry, guys. Like I said, video cuts out. So this is the part where it cuts out. But enjoy the rest of the episode. And if you're not doing anything, this Thursday in Holland, every Thursday in Holland, there will be an open mic comedy show at Parrots Lounge at 9 o'clock, 21 and up, Parrots Lounge in Holland, downtown. Check it out. I'll be your host there too, if you can't get enough of me. Enjoy the show.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. I think it's different. I think there's a contrast for like local bands and like bigger bands. I feel like bigger bands often don't. Some, and there's definitely some that do and some that don't. But I think with the bigger bands, a lot of times, they don't try out the stuff live as much. It's like written in the studio or written beforehand, whatever. A lot more front end thought put into it, as opposed to like in the local scene. I think you see a lot more of musicians using shows and mics the way a comedian would, where they use it to really test things out and get that feedback. And I think not everyone does that even in the local scene, but I personally think, and I said this before, that I think the best musicians really give a lot of credit to that feedback, You might have an idea of how you want a song to be, but I think there's a lot of it's really worthwhile to take that feedback after you try a song out a few times in front of a crowd, and like really take the time to play with that and let that help you mold where that song goes.
Yeah.
We're one of those bands where our songs are always evolving. If we have a song in the catalog, like from one of the old records, and it's kind, it doesn't sound anything like it when we played it 4 or 5 years ago. Now,
or when it was recorded.
It's constantly being updated. Like the skeleton of it's still there, but we're gonna expand on
recognize
it.
The song,
we're gonna paint it up a little bit. We're gonna add some glitter over here. All that. So
throw a little spicy soup on it.
Yeah, because we're always learning new tricks, and we're always wanting to incorporate those, and that's it might be indulgent, and some people might not like that who come to hear it the way they heard it on the old record. But I think that people who really appreciate the artistic process side of things, which are those are like the ride or dies.
That's who this podcast is for.
The ride or dies. They fucking they appreciate the shit out of hearing you kind of develop something. Even after it's released,
right? I mean,
jokes. I'm sure I've heard. Are you gonna say that about jokes?
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, especially now. I just saw a comedian, Jack Reeves, perform at the first show at my buddy Carl's house. He was doing, Carl Sobel,
yeah.
He was doing a garage show, an outdoor show. Shout out Carl Sobel and comedy on Ida. But
was it Shots with Carl?
Shots to Carl.
Comedians with shots. With
bartending.
Bartending with Carl.
Yeah, bartending with Carl and bartending with comedians.
Gotta give it some
Check
props.
it out on Facebook. Yeah. Super funny.
Have you done one?
Yes, I did.
Ooh.
I did.
I'm gonna get in there.
Sparkling apple kicker. Yeah, apple kicker.
I think I did watch it.
Apple picker.
I want to do. I'm gonna put it out there. I want to do one, bro.
This one's for you, Carl.
I haven't seen any musicians, bro, but I saw that John Batch's girlfriend.
Yeah, Demetria.
Fiance.
Yes, now updated.
John's fiance did one, and if a comedian's girlfriend. I mean, I love.
I guess we're really opening the doors up to anyone now.
Yeah, seriously, that's like having a game show host be the fucking president or something.
Shit.
I'm just kidding. Except for the fact that
it is a great show.
whether Demi had the credibility or not to land that role, she smashed it. She fucking
She still killed it.
destroyed it. Oh my!
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best episodes. Honestly, I'm just totally joking, and she would know that.
Right.
But I think she fucking killed that episode, honestly. And
Hell yeah.
I think that's that little, what would you call it, a podcast, a little
It's a video series. I
video
think web series.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig that. I love that
Series
people.
of web shorts.
I love that people are finding ways to stay creative like this right
Hell
now
yeah.
during this where we can't go out and do it on stages as much.
Right.
I've been trying to do some of that. I've been having waves of inspiration.
Yeah.
I was doing some live streaming. A lot of musicians have been doing the live streaming.
Really?
I've seen some comics doing that, doing like
Yeah,
Zoom
I
comedy
haven't
shows.
been a
That
fan of
seems
that.
fucking
No.
tough.
I have been doing some live outdoor shows, and after doing those, I can strongly say I want no part in a Zoom comedy show. Personally,
I want to arrange. I've been wanting to arrange an outdoor thing. Brother Adams hasn't done anything like that since things have happened, and just because I know there's just not as many or music mics going on outside. It doesn't seem like
right.
So we just haven't done it, and especially ones that you're
Yeah.
gonna want a full rocking thing, going on. If you're an acoustic guy, that's one
Because
thing.
I was just gonna say it's because of the loudness. It's the
and that's the thing. Like I said, we're getting more and more fucking rocky. These songs that we're about to come out with are like sludgy and stonery and like fucking just like there's some like I think Love was just throwing like some fucking double bass pedal on it.
Okay,
We're getting in there.
That's different than what I've heard. Definitely,
We're going in. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely eclectic, but this is I'll just keep talking about myself. I could do it. I could do it, bro.
Oh no! Speaking on that development, that's what I was talking about.
I keep kicking the mic stand. I'm sure that sounds
you're-
fucking great, dude.
I don't know. We'll
Sounds
ask
great.
Mike. Hey, Jake, how's that sound?
Sounds pretty good,
pretty
Jake.
good. But damn it,
Jake
Carl
Snake.
got us on a tangent.
Carl,
Fuck you, Carl.
Carl, if you don't have me on after this plug,
Yeah, we just talked you up way too much.
that's it. We're editing it out.
But
Cut
that's
it.
Cut it. We I saw Jack Reeves also on Bartending with Comics, Carl's web series. Did a Bloody Mary. It was a very good episode.
I
But
think I saw that one actually.
oh, look it up.
I will.
I saw Jack for the first time since all the quarantine stuff. I saw him perform, and I just saw him in person, which is cool. But I saw him perform at Carl's backyard show, and a lot of it, some of it was new material, a little bit of it was older material, but he had reworked it. So it's just always just seeing people develop, even on good stuff, just still pushing it and trying to go further.
Yeah.
It's good. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's inspiring.
I would totally agree. And I'm a huge fan of that. Do you want another twisted tea?
I'm working on this one too.
Dude, I'm polishing them down. I'm trying to get loosey.
I'm trying to get
goosey,
loosey here,
baby.
bro.
I did the like I said, I'm trying to get back in the swing. So I've been doing a couple things like this. I did John Batch again and David Steves.
Yeah. Is that good versus
Good
evil?
versus evil. Yeah. Shout out. Have me
We're
back.
just
Part
shouting
2.
out all the comics now.
Guys. Part 2. Part 2. You said it. You kind of like David. You know that you kind of like said it. So you said it.
If you said it, give the man his shot.
You only get one shot.
Do not miss your chance for number 2. That's the
That's how
lyrics,
it goes.
right?
That's exactly what it says. But I did theirs, and what the fuck was I gonna say about it?
You're trying to get back in the swing of socializing, performing.
Yeah, I did theirs, and I was. That's right, dude. I did. This is exactly what I was gonna comment on that I did on theirs. Is I kept going down these fucking rabbit holes of thought where I would hit a fucking dead end and then go like, oh, where the fuck was I going with that? Like,
wait, where have I even been?
Yeah.
What have I been talking about?
That's the stoner in me, dude.
Well, you don't look it, so.
Bro.
Before you said that, never would have. You smelled like patchouli coming in here. I thought you were just you worked at
Yeah,
a head shop.
Yeah, I actually just only own one. I never use this stuff. So I was super anxious on theirs, and I kept doing that, going down those rabbit holes of thought, and then just hitting a fucking dead end, and literally having to say, "Fucking, where was I going?"
Wait,
with
where
that?
was I going?
And then they don't fucking remember because they're thinking about what the fuck next thing they're gonna say. Cause it's their goddamn
exactly.
podcast.
That's what they're like. All right, I'm pushing this along.
Like,
So
I
as soon
don't-
as he's done talking,
And I remember David like gave me a little something. He's like, "You were saying this and this and this. Now go with it." And I was like, "Dude, what?" I don't
that
remember.
doesn't help me at all.
I don't remember.
But yeah,
And-
no, that's perfect for this podcast.
Yeah.
Because it's called. Where's this going? Where was I going?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
And but yeah, so on this one, that's why I wanted to drink. That's what I was saying. This is it's coming full circle, baby.
We made it back.
So bringing it back. What I was gonna say. That's why I was drinking. That's why I was instigating you to drink another. That's supposed to be.
You're just a bad influence.
You don't have to at all.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not driving home.
And me either. My wife's picking me up.
Yeah, my girlfriend's in the back. That sounds weird. She's in the backyard reading or something.
In the backyard reading?
Yeah.
Are you a reader?
No. I wish. It's not that I can't read. I know many people might think that.
Okay. I mean, you said it right off the top. Like,
I have to address
why would
it.
I assume it's because you can't read?
I
but
have
you
to address it.
I mean, you didn't have the fact that you did is very telling.
I felt I needed to.
Very telling.
I don't have the attention span. Give me another one.
Because I'm a white guy that I think that you can't read. That's fucked up, dude. That's reverse racism. Is that a thing?
Don't tell me. No, I don't believe.
That's right.
And as
That's
a member
myth.
of the black community, I have to say that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That
As a member of the white community, I agree.
I
haven't spit in
I
it.
agree with whatever this black guy says.
I have to, actually.
I have to. As a member of the white
I'm in
community,
the art
I am
scene,
scared.
okay?
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm a part of the liberal arts. I don't know if you heard the first part of that is liberal.
You trying to say you think I want to divide my crowd? No. No.
I am a performer, and I take all money. Thank you.
Oh shit, dude.
I
That
don't
is an
remember.
interesting thing too. Like who's like speaking up right now about everything. Jim
Right.
Gaffigan. Have you heard about this
Yeah,
whole make
that-
America Gaffigan thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I
But
know, ain't it?
no, I admired it, and I
Yeah,
brought it up
dude.
to someone, and
That
it was
pimple
someone
popped.
who I guess is, which I didn't agree with the sentiment, but I just didn't want to hear it about Jim Gaffigan because I admired what he had to say. But it was just like, yeah, when all the actors and stuff aren't getting attention, and it's things we've heard on podcasts too, when they're not getting attention, the actors turn into activists.
Oh, sure. I mean, I'm doing the same fucking thing. All of a sudden,
yeah.
I'm a media activist. Like, where did
That's
this
right.
come from? Am I?
No.
And there's this fucking delicate balance of being performative, and like,
Right.
and sometimes you have to like look inside and go like, what is my real intent here?
It's that self-awareness
Am I
again,
patting my own back with this fucking
Mhm.
Facebook post, or am I like really trying to help in any way?
Yeah.
Like-
Where
yeah.
like we said before, it's not even virtue signaling because they don't even care if someone else sees it. It's just like I did it. I said this.
But then again, like, I mean, sometimes you just need to get something out, and typing it out and pushing fucking enter sometimes
Right.
helps.
Yeah.
So it's hard to hate on it. Totally.
Right. I mean, and it is therapeutic at some point, but if it builds to your pride or it builds to your ego, that's when it becomes an issue.
I'm in this whole "blessed are the peacemakers." That's from the Bible.
No, yeah, I know.
I keep getting religious.
Well, I don't know if you realize, but you grew up. Where did you grow up?
Well, yeah. So I grew up in Holland and West Olive.
Okay.
You know.
So yeah, I was gonna say Holland's the only
Michigan.
area, but yeah. So
So yeah, very Bible-y,
yeah.
bubbly. Bible bath.
It's a Bible bath. Is that Southern? I don't know. Bible.
Shit.
It's a Southern baptism.
Baptism. I was thinking the same thing, and now that's called a Bible bath.
Bible bath. What school did you go to?
I went. These people are gonna know so much about me.
Okay, sorry.
No, I went to West Ottawa schools. Go
okay.
well.
When you said
Okay.
West Olive, I should have assumed and Holland.
When we would be at games, the thing that they would chant is, and I feel like this is maybe
Let's
not appropriate
go,
right
whoa.
now.
Oh.
Well, let's go, whoa, yeah. But
or is it black hole?
Black and white, fight. Telling. I should have known.
It was.
I should have known this was
a real
coming.
foreshadowing.
It was foreshadowing, and I had no idea.
They were just encouraging race wars on the field.
Whoever wrote the movie of my life is a real thinker.
A real thinker.
A real.
Whoever you
thinker.
believe in, they're a beautiful writer.
They're a great writer. What do you think about that? Let's go into religion, politics.
boom.
Let's go into all of it. Abortion.
Really
Clearly abortion. Here's the deal with abortion.
All right. So as I've been saying on every podcast I've been on, here's my deal with abortion.
Dude, honestly, I keep kind of doing that. I got to stop talking about shit like this.
Every appearance I've had, they somehow trip me into abortion. Play it back every time.
You've conspired. You've all conspired against me.
You all conspired against me to let me talk long form, really speak my mind.
Hey, don't white guys have it hard enough in this country? That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm trying
Tall,
to
white,
say.
skinny guys. Everyone knows tall, white, skinny guys have it so hard right now.
Take away their platforms. Don't let them get themselves in trouble. That's what we need to do. But also, I'm kind of a tall white guy, so
take away their platforms.
don't take away my platform.
You know what?
Giving you your platform.
This is. I mean, yeah. You know what? You're right.
Wait, this is the platform.
I have to
Okay,
agree,
no.
right? We've established that. So you know what? Yeah. Obviously, we can't put this out.
I am a social justice warrior.
We can't put this out. I am as well.
I am too.
Also.
I'm
am.
supposed to ask you more questions about your art. Let me try to think of one more.
Dude, I'm really going off on some tangents
No,
here.
beautiful.
I apologize.
Don't.
I will take over a podcast, and it sucks.
Okay,
Okay,
not
maybe
for me.
Maybe
It's
it
a lot
doesn't
of
suck.
it's a lot of pressure.
I'm gonna do a little bit of inner burping.
Oh yeah.
You know when you kind of swallow a burp.
Yeah, but you can only hear it
Totally
when they
polite.
pause. Yeah,
Totally polite, dude. That's like putting your pinky up while drinking a Monster, baby.
Is it, why you drinking a Monster?
While you're drinking a Monster. Yeah, because it's a little trashy, a little classy.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
mostly trashy, but
That's what
there's no okay because the trashy. No, I sorry, trashy would be your facial hair.
Hey, I'm sorry, bro. Hey, I'm. Dude.
No, me.
What my people have done.
Trashy
What
would
my
just
people
be-
have done.
Oh, you were so filled with white guilt, you didn't even hear me trash your
I'm so
facial
filled with
hair.
white guilt that I can't even. I'm interrupting you nonstop. That's kind of a
let
metaphor.
me apologize. Let me.
That's kind of a metaphor of what's happening. No, shut up and let me apologize.
I don't care what you need. Let me apologize. I have
right.
guilt.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't care what you need. I need to get this off my chest. Now it's appropriation. Okay. I think we're coming to the close here. No. So, brother, so you guys are coming back here to record.
We're coming back to the Stooge, Zeal and Mish.
And that's to record what album?
It's not an album, so it's gonna be.
Sorry.
It's gonna no.
My apologies again,
buddy.
Yeah, we're gonna go trade apologies
Buddy,
again.
you don't have to be
it's all right.
sorry.
I can't say sorry to anyone.
I feel like
of
you're
the Liberal
projecting
Party,
some
I
kind
don't
of
know.
insecurity when you say I'm sorry to me. Jake,
Just
do
to
you think
you?
so? Jake's like hell
Jake's
to
don't
the
bring-
yeah.
He goes, I am also a liberal. Do not bring me into this.
I refuse to comment as a straight white cis man.
Huh? Of course it did.
The
Did
video.
it just stop? Oh, tits.
We have no idea when the video stopped. Nope. Do your thing, man. You know what? I'm gonna keep this fresh and entertaining for Spotify. As if this ever makes it there. This will be deleted. All right, I'll just sing a little thing I've been working on. I mean, we just missed out on some real fucking gold, baby. It didn't.
the whole thing.
We did really.
Yeah. No video the whole time. I did.
This is what we'll do. We'll put it out audio only.
Yeah, I saw that.
We're putting this out with a selfie only.
All right. Well,
This is a selfie, dude.
so you're.
It's-
Before this, we had the fear that we wouldn't have video.
Yeah,
Because,
dude. And guess what? I'm looking great.
I know. Well,
I'm wearing
glad
joggers,
because I've been
joggers.
sweating now. You're wearing joggers?
Yoggers
Oh,
and
joggers.
Soft J.
Soft J.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
My name is Jair.
Jair.
So that's the my name on so my name's Jeremy, Jairimi is how it's spelled
Really?
from birth, baby.
See, I was wondering
come
what
up with
Jair
it.
was short with.
Yeah, so
Short for.
So it's are we gonna put this out with audio only?
Yeah, I guess so. We're just gonna keep
as if I'm part of the whole thing.
Yeah,
guys. And also,
well, I mean, if you're comfortable with that.
Also, I'm the co-host now. I'm gonna be here for every other episode.
Every other episode.
What's in that bottle there, Jake? Everyone wants to know.
Everyone wants to know. The viewing public is wondering.
The non-viewing public. So is this where we rap battle?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I
it
knew
feels
we were gonna
like a
get
wash
there.
because we didn't have any video, but we had.
He said rap battle.
No.
Do you think I would have put this earring in
if we were just
if
gonna?
we were gonna be on video?
I thought you were just doing that.
Dude.
I thought that's how you rolled. But you only had the one earring facing the camera too. You're just like, no, this. I know it's gonna be for my left. That's why I watched. I watched the episode for the angle.
Yeah, you know what? That's what it was. That's what it was, and it is only the one earring. I don't know what that says about me.
Well, if it's the left side, you know what they said in high school. So you're good.
Big feet.
No.
Earring
close.
on the left side, big feet.
Yep. Earring on the left side, you have large feet. Where's your feet?
Me and Jake and everyone knows it.
But wait, did you say rap battle or did you say rap?
Yeah, we're gonna rap battle.
One.
We're gonna have to take. We're gonna go. Dude, I hate. This is the thing. Every time I leave band practice now, it's. Hey guys, we want to take a selfie?
Just so
and I have to pretend like they all.
We have social media.
Yeah, like they don't also know that it's like really lame to take a selfie after a band. You got to feed that content monster, so he's hungry.
Well, see, and that's my biggest issue is promoting anything, and that's why I want to just hire someone who will do it. But I say hire loosely because I don't want to pay them. So
yeah,
I'm looking for a volunteer. If you want to be a part of the Where's This Going podcast crew, you can run social media. And you know what? Do it for Parrots Lounge. That way I don't have to look at social media. Boom.
But I'm the co-host clearly now. So
So
I mean, if you want that role, nah.
I
just want to say nah.
So you have a choice. You can choose co-host or social media.
I mean, I'm pro-choice.
Oh.
Here's the thing.
Anyone having a choice. I'm
Here's
just happy to be
the thing
here.
about Shmush Morrison.
Not to get into it, but you're gonna push me. So,
but since you've pushed so hard, this is all I'll say. Making it illegal is more unsafe. It causes more pain.
More unsafe, also known as less safe.
Less safe.
Or dangerous.
Or, you know what? Some would say dangerous.
Some might say.
But some would say less safe. You know? And
some,
I'm that
a.k.a.
guy.
myself.
And we all know I've got it figured out.
Well, speaking of figuring things out, I did not figure out this podcast. So I'm sorry I didn't have video. But I've had so much fun still. And we're just going to have a picture of us on YouTube. And that's just going to play. We'll see how many views that gets. It's not going to be beautiful.
Beautiful. Back to beautiful. We've rounded it out.
We are beautiful, of course, but the comments probably won't be because it's just going to be a picture. And I don't look good in picture. I barely look good in video.
Well, this has been the Bill Burt podcast.
Burt.
He's taking a selfie.
You got another
freeze.
pic?
Dead silence.
I'm taking a bunch of them.
I thought you
Wu-Tang.
were taking a bunch of videos. Yeah, beautiful. We have an amazing editor here.
What would we do without Jake on hand?
So we want to give a shout out to Jake Kalmink and the Stooge here in ZZ, and a huge thank you to Jair. Thank you for coming out, man.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you so much for. Okay, no, we're gonna have handles to put on. So if the people want to follow you, find your music. Are you on Spotify or Apple Music or SoundCloud?
Yeah, Brother Adams, ADAMS, Brother Adams, on all the social media. You'll find it there. There might be an MI or something attached. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, if you search it, you'll see.
You can just go to brotheradams.com and that'll bring you to something. And
has all the badges.
You'll see those things. We've not been very active. Don't worry about Twitter. Fuck that. We don't do that. But the old Facebook and the old Insta and the old
Of
YouTubes.
Oh, the YouTubes. Of
we
course.
do. Yeah.
And Spotify.
Yeah, oh yeah, certainly Spotify, all the streaming places.
All the
if you want to hear the
audio
tunes, all the
streams.
streaming places. Like I said, Chatter was the last record. We've released a couple singles since then, which are also pretty rad. So check that out as well.
Hell yeah. Oh wait,
Yeah.
we never got in. What are you putting out, or what are you coming into the stooge for?
Well, they're these. They're
Or
probably
do
our.
you want to share?
I mean, I'll give you a taste of like what we have in mind. They're like our grungiest, maybe heaviest, but like definitely most like I said, rock shit that we've done. And it's not like by design. It's just kind of what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
And we're there at this moment. We just wanted to try something like that.
Mhm.
Anything we haven't done, we want to get into. So that's kind of what we're doing now. We haven't done something like quite like this, so that's what we're gonna try. I mean, it's kind of be grungy. I don't know. We've kind of have this post-punk thing that's been kind of lingering around us lately.
Mhm.
So like psychedelic furs, things like that are really like rubbing off on me.
Right on.
But yeah, it's gonna be like this moody kind of grungy stuff. There's 2 tracks. I can tell you what they're called. They're called Man Child and Doubt That Dries.
Awesome. We're gonna probably put one at the end of this episode, if that's cool with you. Maybe.
They're not gonna be out for a while.
All right. Well, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna put a different track in there.
All right, dude.
But hell yeah, Man Child and
And Doubt That Drives. Those are the ones we're gonna come in and record soon.
Hell
yeah.
I can't wait for
Fuck yeah.
those to come out. So when you say they're not gonna come out for a while, when can we look forward?
Fuck. You know what? We want to get in here in like a week or two. So I mean, Jake knows how we do, and it could
Right.
be we can it could take a while, but hopefully, since they are kind of more raw rock and roll tunes, hopefully we kind of retain some of that, and it's kind of a quick process. And and you'll see these in a month or two for sure. I would think
When you get back to
Yeah.
performing, like we said earlier, it's hard without the live performances. So yeah, even getting back in the studio, I can
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
Kind of.
We're getting in the mood. We're getting in the zone, and it'll happen soon. I saw that picture. Oh my god.
Oh hell yeah, man!
All right, bro.
Can't wait to hear and see. Can't wait for you to flourish. We love to see white men flourish. You know. So
I mean-
it's not a common sight. No, I'm really excited for the art you're putting out, brother. And
Yeah, man.
thank you for all the work you've done in the community.
Likewise, dude.
showcasing artists and even your social justice and social media justice. I appreciate that as
Yeah,
well,
dude.
man.
Yeah, media justice. baby.
Always appreciative of an ally.
Oh, thanks, man.
This has been Jair Driesenga and myself at. Sorry, got caught up looking at pictures. And this has been Where Is This Going? You can follow Jair and Brother Adams on every social media except for Twitter at Brother Adams, maybe an MI at the end. We trust you with the search. Thank you
You
guys
got
so
this.
much for listening and watching this beautiful slideshow. It's been fun. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
Satisfaction is motionless. How do you tremble when you're afraid? Oh, I love the weight of that chill on my bones. If it's okay, I'm not okay. Adversity breeds creativity. I think it's plain to see. I've gotta bleed to breathe. Comfort kills the ground. You can keep hold of the cash. I've got words. Go